Okay, I guess ready na ta. This is our problem. So this is a horizontal venturimeter. So we have here the water inside the venturimeter or inside the pipe is a water. So we have here to measure pressure of a venturimeter. The problem used manometer to determine pressure. Okay, so diha ang kaning manometer na locate, diha pud nato itungod ang ato ang kwaon nga point. So we let that one as section 1 or point 1 and point 2. Kaya kung dili na imo na itang imuhang point 1 plus, dili na mao ang imuhang kuan. Although, based of Pascal principle, sa fluid mechanics ni ako gud ni siyang i-discuss no sa fluid mechanics sa pressure, upon the application of Pascal, the fluid in along a horizontal elevation, the same sila elevation, the same sila of pressure. Okay? So, as long as pareha sila elevation, the two fluid, the pressure of that fluid, isag unsa pa na siya nga fluid, equal ng imuhang pressure. Okay, so in that case, siya diha, o kana po diha, pareha na sila o kuan. Okay. Pareha na sila. So you have 1.1. And you also have there the truth. The change man ang imuhang section. So, diha dapita nausod ang imuhang kuan. Basta wala lain-laing mga kondisyon kung ang imuhang pong fluid sa manometer reading po, kung ang imuhang fluid niagi ra siya usa ka fluid, ang imuhang elevation in that manometer is also equal.
Excuse me, ma'am. Yung screen, ma'am, kay ni black, ma'am.
Okay.
Sad ka, ma'am.
Okay, mute dire ko sa.
Okay na, ma'am. Okay na.
Okay na.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Okay.
again, if the fluid is at rest, no? If the fluid is at rest and it lies on the same elevation, the pressure along horizontal in a homogeneous fluid. So, sa homogeneous na siya, no? Homogeneous fluid, rest siya, or in a homogeneous fluid at rest, equal ang iyahang pressure along horizontal plane. O sana siya hang i-consider. So, then ang change pod sa imuhang pressure at rest, or the difference in pressure between any points in a homogeneous fluid and it is at rest, also the product of gamma times H. Basta at rest lang ha. Again, kung ang imuhang pressure of a homogeneous at rest along horizontal plane or along horizontal axis or horizontal plane, equal ang imuhang. But here, our fluid here is moving. No? Munang ang imuhang section 1 o section 2 dili equal ang imuhang pressure ana. Usa na siya sa mga conditions sa static. So when for a homogeneous fluid at rest, the pressure along a horizontal plane are the same. And also the difference of the pressure two points in a homogeneous fluid at rest is also equal to the product of gamma times H. So mayroon kang P1, so P1 minus P2, that is equal to gamma times H. So, along na siya in a horizontal plane, the difference between the 2 points, the pressure of the 2 points. And that is the kaya atong ganiha sa asa man to. In the Pitot tube. No, rest naman to sa to dikit. Okay, this one. Parihan ni sila o static naman na siya, static condition. So, P1, the pressure of P1 and P2 is equal to gamma times H. H is the difference between the water surface or the, okay, that is the P1, okay. Hindi nakapalo mo. 9% na lang kung pangmuntaan. Okay, we have to determine the discharge and we neglect head loss. So if we neglect head loss, we have to determine, we only determine the theoretical flow. So CD is required. So here the CD is Q2 over QI. So that is, atong kwaon is ang actual, ang theoretical flow. So mo na yato ang target ani nga problem. Okay, neglecting head losses. So Bernoulli's equation ta, we have P1 gamma plus C1 plus B1 squared over 2G is equal to P2 gamma plus C2 plus B2 squared over 2G. Pili lang ko 8%. Sa ako na lang sa i-charge. Okay, so we have here the formula. So ang ato ang magkuhaan ni is only the theoretical. Okay, so we have here P over gamma. So since ang imuhang point 1 and 2 the same elevations na siya, so you can cancel them out. Then since at section 1 you also have the velocity, so we have here V1. And also sa section 2 napog kay velocity, so you have there V2. So ang ato lang is nga ma-neglect is only the elevation. So we can determine the difference, no? The difference between point 1 and 2. That is the difference of elevation head is equal to V2 squared over 2G minus V1 squared over 2G. So this will be my equation 1. So asa na ko gibase sa illustration. So munang importante na ko ang illustration class, di kay ditso-ditsoan lang ko yung hatag of solution answer diretso. Okay. So from the given sa atong section, no, with the data sa pressure. Sa pressure sa section 1 o pressure section 2 and also the velocity sa V2 o sa V1. But we don't have this data because sa velocity we need to have a discharge. Wala man tayo discharge. So dili ta ka-compute sa velocity sa V1. Sa pressure, we can determine the pressure because we have the manometer reading. So pwede nato na ikuan, no? Then natay manometer reading, paon na to ang difference sa pressure between section 1 and section 2, then also apply the continuity equation. So, using continuity equation, we have to choose sang ato ang gamiton. If we use or we will express the velocity at 2 in terms of velocity 1 or velocity 1 in terms of velocity 2. So you have the choice. So continuity equation, which is Q1, Q2, because the discharge all throughout the pipe is constant. So we have here E1, V1. We also have to V2. Provided this is a Venturi meter. Kung ganahan mo, pwede nyo na makuha diretso ang kuan. Kaya naaman tayong formula dire. Asa to? We have formula for the Venturi meter. So, considering the velocity of approach or without velocity of approach. Okay, so pwede na no, paunin nyo ang P1, P1 o P2, substitute ito the formula. Pero ningon ko ganihan ninyo, no need na to memorize, just to apply Bernoulli's equation or asa gagikan ang imong pag-derive sa imong formula sa Bernoulli's equation na siya. So, depende na ninyo. Pero kung ganahan mo memorize sa formula, okay ra. Kung di mo ganahan, much better kay para asabot jud mo kung giunsa na pag-solve. Anyway, sa derivation, puro na variable imong. So, kung kabalo ka mo derive, maayo. I-solve ang variables po compare sa kuan. May mga values. Diba inita? Okay, so we have here, so since it diameter and that is 5, so this will be, we can cancel pi over 4. 2 pi over 4, a2 squared, v2. So we have here v1. So maybe we can, depende no sa inyo hang gamiton, v1 ba, v2, okay ra po v2. Pwede ra po v1. So depende ninyo no ang paan. So pwede po v2. Okay, you have v1 squared, v1, v2 squared, v2. So the v2 there is v2i. Okay, ako nang butangan of v2i. Now, that is v2i, so it means vertical. So, pwede na v2i, that is equal to v1 squared, v1, v2 squared. Or, you can say v1, v2 squared, v1. So, that is the v2. No? So, given ang diameter, akong tanawon, given ba ang diameter? Saan naman ito?
Yes, ma'am. Given ang kining 40 o 150 mm.
Ito nga page. Naka-screenshot mo. Unsa nga page? 5.9. Ito nga page. Atong timan-an 187. Okay. Nawala na ito parang 187. Okay. Pila? Okay, 450, 150. Okay, 450, 150. D1. So, V2I equal to 450 divided by 150 squared V1. So that is equal to 9.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
9
Yes, ma'am.
V1. Okay, we have 9 V1. Okay, looking back sa manometer, ito ipadudod parang I hope kabalo mo mo read sa manometer ha. Okay, looking back to this manometer, so you can say here from manometer reading because diri gikan ato ang pag-measure sa pressure. Again, unsa to, mas convenient ko pressure ako ang i-compute, no? Kung magtanaw mo sa mga reviewers, ang ilang compute pressure head. So, I have to make my own kanang convenient ko nga mo yung akong apply for the rest of my entire kanang career, no? So, I am mas okay na ako kung pressure ako ang ako i-compute kaysa pressure head. Okay, so for manometer reading, for pressure 1, we have P1. Okay, that is your P1. That is P1. Okay, you need to okay, so pwede ninyo na inambiran ang interface between the fluid. Unsa may fluid na to ani water and mercury. So pwede na ninyo butangan o inyo nang nambiran. So this is the interface of mercury and water. This is also the interface of the mercury and water. So maybe you can say this is your point A, this is your point B. Wala man tayo lain no. Pwede na. Inyo pa share ninyo. Okay, isa nga point ang equal. So again, when fluid is at rest, for a homogeneous fluid, so tanawa diha ha, water and okay, if we try to draw a horizontal line from that interface, again along horizontal line for a homogeneous fluid and okay, along horizontal line and if the fluid is at rest, the pressure at that point equal. Okay, so it means ang pressure diha, kung imo ang pressure sa A sa left side, along horizontal plane, pareha ra pud ang pressure nimo sa A sa right side. Okay, so I hope nakakuan mo anak. Provided nga usara ka buok ang imuhang fluid nga imong naagian. Or else, so for example, ay ganun ini na siya. Okay, makita no kanang AA, this is your A. Sorry. Okay, that is your A. This is also your A. So, mo ni siya mercury, di ba? Lingon to for homogeneous fluid. So it means the same fluid. Okay, the same fluid. kung dili na siya the same fluid, or okay, homogeneous, the same fluid sila o pressure. Ang left side, ang pressure sa A side equal siya sa pressure sa right side. Pero kung nipas na siya og another fluid class, even pareha sila og fluid, ana diha dapita. So na kay laing fluid diri. No? Okay? So dili na sila equal. Nakakuha mo? Basta nipas lang siya o another fluid lang, one fluid, okay ra siya. Pero kung nipas siya o so inyo lang timan-an ha. Then ang inyong button po, okay, from level to level, ang going down to ang mopasak ka minus. So it means mo decrease ang imuhang pressure mo increase or mo decrease ang imuhang pressure with regards specific gravity of the fluid. So unsa man ninyo ganahan, basta sa ako if padulong ko sa ubos positive, subtract ang patsaka.
Pwede ra po din na, ma'am.
Pwede mo tanong, ma'am.
Unsa man, wala nang kuha na akong notes.
Kanang sa kanina mga kanang if the same sila nga fluid no, if the same sila pressure, for example kanang sa A, pero kanang sa B ma'am kay di na sila same na ma'am na kanang sa level sa B kay mercury nang usa niya kanang usa is water.
Dili sila pareha. Asaman. Okay, ato na solvon. So we have P1. Okay, P1 to A. So point 1 to balik kwaon nimo ang pressure sa section 1 is P1. Kwaon nimo ang pressure sa PA. So we have to add, and that is your P is gamma times H. That is the height. So the height there is Y plus 0.375 times the specific weight of the fluid. The fluid there is water. Okay. So, abot diri sa right side sa imong AA, pareha ra man na sila o kuan o pressure. Pero from A to B, mo na imong gipangutana solder. From A to B, dili na siya pareha o pressure. So, you have to determine that is 375. So, ang pressure from A to B is 0.375 times gamma of the fluid, which is the mercury. So, muna yung pangutana. Then, pag abot na po sa from B to point 2, you have there a pressure again that is negative Y. Saman ay muhang fluid diha, that is water, and that is equal to pressure at 2. Okay? So this will be in the form katong ganiha nga ang pressure nimo for a homogeneous fluid along a horizontal plane is just the difference between the pressure of that section, the difference of the pressure of that fluent, which is equal to gamma times H. So, kay gagamit man ta og manometer, so atong makuha na to ang difference sa pressure. So again, we can determine the difference of pressure. We have P1 minus P2. So here, kanidiri, kuan man ni, kaya ato na lang yung simplify good na po ha. So we have P1 plus A plus 0.375 gamma of water minus 0.375. The mercury is equal to the specific gravity of mercury, that is equal to 13.6, that is gamma of water, minus 1 gamma of water, which is equal to P2. So this is equal to P2. Okay, so the common here is gamma of water. So you can get the difference of the pressure. Okay, the pressure head. So, pwede na to na. You have Y, gamma water positive plus 0.375 times 13. Sorry. Okay, this is Y plus 375 times 13.6 minus Y plus 0.375. It is important, class, nga inyo dyan siyang i-enclose, no? Kay usahay malipat mo ba kani siya, i-distribute pwede ninyo ng negative sign sa right side. So, take note mo, ana. Inyo ba i-enclose sa kuan running parenthesis. Okay, delete. Okay, so again, we simplify. So we have here P1 minus P2 over gamma. So Y plus, again, nawon sa reading. Okay. So that is, pila man ni point. So I guess ma-cancel na to ang Y. Kaya negative man siya. So we have 0.375 times 13.6. So that is 5.1 minus Y minus 0.375. So cancel. So you have P1 minus P2 over gamma is 5.1 minus 0.375. So, kila 4.725 meters. Okay, from equation 1. From equation 1, so ako na lang ni himuon P1 over gamma, o spoon ako na lang ni. So, we have P1 minus P2 over gamma is equal to V2I squared over 2G, V1 squared of 2G. So this will be equation 1. Okay? So from equation 1, okay, we have 4.725 that is equal to V2I squared over 2G. V2I is 9V1. Okay. We have 9 V1 squared over 2G. Sakto ba? O square po natin. Okay na. 9 square. Square pa na to, no? Sakto no? 9 squared. V1. Minus V1 squared over 2G. So what is the value of V1? So you can have 2G. So you have 4.725. So ato ikuan ang 2G sa right side. So you have 81 V1 squared minus V1 squared. So V1 squared equal to 2G 4. Pwede ninyo na i-simplify. Pwede po ninyo siyang 80. So V1, kila ang V1? Ito ba? 4.75 times 2 times 9.81. That is 1 point. This square root. This is 1.165 times square root. 1.79. Okay. Plus 9.81 times 7.5. 1.07. Ano naman to?
1.159 ang kuan, ma'am. Kanang V1 squared.
Side ako no? 1.076 man ako akong dito. Pila? 1.159.
1.159. 159, ma'am.
Okay. So, nanata. Is V1. So, pauna to ang theoretical velocity. So, V2I. The theoretical velocity that is V2I, which is 9 V1. So, V2I is equal to 9 times 1.076. So, 9 times 1.076. Okay, that is 9.684. Sakto. Meter per second. So, theoretical velocity man na, paano na to ang theoretical flow rate. So, theoretical flow rate. That is QI. So, QI. So, that is, that is AO. No? That is AO times, is AO times V2I. Unsa man ang AO? That is area 2. Basi makuan kay ang area 2 ra ba actual ra ba jud to akong gikuan nga area 2. But in this case akong pasabot sa area 2, that is area 0.2. Section 2 man ko mubutang og opening kay area of the opening, that is the area of the opening of the orifice, like that. So AO basta that is the area, theoretical area or area of the opening. Kaning A2 na ko, the A2 ni diri nga wala na to pag-multiplyan o contraction ha. So, ragod ni siya. So, this is the area of the pipe. So, this is the area of the throat. So, this squared. Then your V2I, that is your theoretical. Velocity. 9.684 times 0.15 squared times 3.1416 4. So you have 0.171 cubic meter per second. Plus kung pagsugod ka 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, ako pasabot ha, you use 3 decimal, very significant numbers. Ayaw mo use o 3 decimal places. 0.001 na ng inyong hakong 3 decimal places. Diferensya kayo ang kuan, ang result. Ha? Kapasabot, uban na apay uban dili kasabot, na apay uban nga carry over jud niya tanan unsay naa sa calculator. Mas stress man mo ana siya class. Tablawan mo nagkopya, baling up to 10 decimal places. Naa ninyo no? stick ra mo sa akong giingon ninyo nga 3 decimal places or significant numbers. Nakasabot mo?
Sa kada step na siya, ma'am. Pananglitan, hydraulic radius, manitan nga na, ma'am.
Kada step,
Then
kada step jud na ninyo. Ang ako list, naamoy kuan nga maugo na siya 3 decimal places.
abi na sa final, ma'am.
Dili siya final. Ang nahitabo ninyo, payaani o payaana pana na final. Ang nahitabo ana na ay uban ninyo gikopya 30806. Dili ko ma-stress ana.
Look, manggunang pag differ niya.
Mo differ inyong answer. Then I am not, unsa ni, I'm not, sa tawag ani, I'm in your solution. I am checking your solution, your process. Giun sa pagkuha. Dili ko mong kuan anang inyong sir. Kamo, ambot, I don't know, naanad ba mo sa uban teacher? Wala kay ko gakuan. As ang ako mo after nako is the solution and your answer. Kay bisag inyong kabalo mo na ako gani ha. Okay, familiar man mo sa ganihan no sa kuan sa last nga exam. Okay, the difference of elevation tong kuan. The answer ani is 0.435. Kuan kay mo ani nga answer pero wa ninyo gitan-aw. Can you give the answer kuan? This is for 2.431 ha to. Then minus 1.96 minus 0.3. Okay, that is positive. Okay. Ang iyang abalo ka nihibutang ko kog score nga 100. Eh wala ko kabantay. Nagtan-aw ko sa iyang solusyon dito sa taas ana din. Tan-aw na ko sa ubos, wala ko kabantay nga positive di ay nang iyahang gitang diha. Then syempre may una siya nga uy sakto akong answer. Kuha akong answer the same sa answers akong classmate which is 0.35. Pero that solution shows di na siya mo because that will not result 0.35. Pila result ana class? Di lang ko sure 431 ba na? O, sige, for example, kana lang. Answer ana, that is equal to something 1.035. Okay? Meters. Which is wrong. Dili na ko na-consider ang answer, 0.435. Wrong man na siya. Kabalo mo unsay dapat nga buhaton ani, ngano na siyang na negative. Muna maingon ko, you have to include it with parenthesis, that is plus 0.30. Nalipat siya, iyang di negative. Iyang ginigative, iyang manguha, I don't know, iyaha ba to or nangupya ra ba siya, ana. So, kung imuhan ang gi-enclose, kung imo nang gi-enclose na, makita nimo nga kana siya, i-distribute pa na siya dito imong sign. Munang bantayan ninyo na, dili kay mumatter na, syempre, mutanaw ko first sa inyong answer. Pero tanaw na ko yung solution. Naiga-answer gani nga, for example, okay, naiga-answer gani nga, napoy, that is 2.4, 034 man siguro to. 2.034. Asa man to ako ang... Abi na ko, okay, this is 2. This is Y2. So, na-answer nga 2.431 meters. So, kung imuhang awo, na-uban nga ni 0.399. So, di siya kaisa sa imuhang 2.431. Kung ako ni tanaw, maybe itong rounding off. Pero ang hitabo di ay naa siya sayop sa iyang solusyon. Kaya ang iyang unit gigamit sa iyang delta Z is 0.0002 meters. Nga ako manang di ko mo bitaw nang gi-extend ta mo kay tungod anang giusog ang ang unit. So Paano mo sa instruction kay dili ka mura kong estudyante, kabalo na ko sa unsay makapa kuan ninyo, makapadali ninyo. Laliman ka na usa ninyo nga gikopya niya from the beginning. Puro 10 decimal places ang iyang kuan, iyang gikiri tanan decimal places. Dili mo ma-stress ana o kuan kanang compute dahil taas pa kayo ang iyong solusyon. Imagine, gikan ko diri, the 3 decimal places ko. Diri, V1 is, the 10 decimal places. V1 is 1.076 blah 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 blah. Dahil paabot sa B2I, 9.684 blah blah blah. Paabot sa QI, 0.171 blah. Di mo ma-stress ana. Class, pagpagod mo, no? One mo sa inyong hang unsa ni nga mo pareha mo answer sa inyong hang classmate o mo kasabot unsay way of checking na inyong hang kuan, as long as sakto inyong hang answer mo na, pero mag-instakto inyong process wrong inyong hang answer napanay time na i-adjust na tagaan mo na consideration, pero insakto inyong answer wrong inyong process wrong jud na siya. Okay, so you have QI. Okay. Mo naman nino ang gipangutana sa QI. Okay. Neglect, head loss. What is QI? Karon is siktiman atong pangitaong class. So kan consider na pud ni. Kay actual atong makuha ani if we consider the loss. So from equation 1, pwede na ta ani ato orang ikuan from equation 1 or sige na lang P1 gamma plus C1 plus squared over 2G is equal to P2 over gamma plus C2 V2 squared over 2G plus head loss. Okay, Venturi meter equal ang, so we have P2 gamma is equal to V2 squared over 2G squared over 2G plus head loss. Okay, ang head loss nimo is 0.3. Given my head loss 0.3. Head loss 1 and 2. Sige na lang, basta 1 and 2 na siya head loss. This is P2I. Okay, so P1, P2 over gamma. Okay, na naman tayo P1, P2, no? So that is 4.725. So V2I, that is 9 V1 squared over 2G minus V1 squared over 2G plus 300, that is 0.30. So, sama ni? 2G. 2G 4.725 is equal to 80 V1 squared plus 0.30. So, V1 after transpose V1 squared is equal to 0.3 minus 2G 4.25. So V1 squared 3.2 times 9.51. Divided by 80. That is sakto ni 1.155 and square root. The same answer ta. I-check ko ninyo para answer. Okay. 2 times 9.51 times 4.725.
Negative, ma'am.
Hmm?
Sakto, ma'am. 1.5. 1.15.
Ay,
Pero
sayop,
negative.
dili, sayop
Ba?
ko. Negative sayop ko kay diri pikas. Nasayop ko pagsulat. Sayop ko. This is 2G. 2G. 4.725 minus 0.30. Sakto ba ni divide by 80? 1.155.
Negative
Yes,
lang.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Asa ko nasayop day ko. Nasayop ko plus 2G diri day ko. Diri ko, sige, nasayop ko. Pagkuan. Dili, naparihan ako ganiya sa number 1. So 80 V1 mula gino basta magdali-dali. Ika nang gadawon kung dali ka ta mahuman ron. Nadugay manoon ta. Okay, you have 2G. 4.725 minus. Diba? Minus 0.30. So V1. V1. Okay. Ito na. 4.725 minus 4.725 minus 0.3 times 2 times 122. 3580. 1.0 pariyata. Squared. Square root. That is V1. Therefore, V1 is equal to 1.0412 meter per second. Okay, so pag 3 decimal places man ta, so may na siya. So, ay. Ako na.
417.
Okay, so it's 1.4142 3 decimal places. Okay. So V1. So V2I is equal to 9V1 times 9. So that is 9.376 meter per second. So imuhang kuan. So see, your kinetic energy, increase ang iyang kinetic energy. So kabantay mo, there is an increase in kinetic energy. So, increase ang imuhang kinetic energy kung inyong tan-awon V1 for the Venturi meter. So, the principles of the Venturi meter is increase in the kinetic energy. So, increase in the kinetic energy is equal to the decrease in potential energy. So, atong i-check sa ato ang this is Venturi principle. So, atong i-check. Increase ko no. So, V1 nimo is 1.076. V2 nimo is 9.682. So, there is an increase in kinetic energy. Ang potential energy nimo mo ay may gamay. Tanawa, pressure. Ay, di man ta kakuan kay di man ta ka-compute sa P1 o dito. So, at least, we know dako ang imuhang velocity sa truth. Siyempre, kay gamay siya o diameter. O mang diameter sa imuhang sa 0.1. So, mas kusog ang inyong velocity kung gamay ay inyong diameter. Okay, so here we have the actual Q. That is your A2 V2. So, this is 5/4. This is 0.15 squared times 9.376. So, Q, pila man ni class? Can you give me the answer?
166, ma'am.
0.166 cubic meter per second. So, the coefficient of discharge, that is CD, that is Q2 over QI. So, Q2, pila to Q2? Q2. For Q, unsa may kuan ato lang may Q, kasi QA na lang nato ni.
QA na lang.
QA, wadi mo malibog, no? This is actual. QI. So that is QA. It is 0.166 divided by QI. 0.0171. 0.171. Ang CD class, lisdan dyan na siya og 1. Kung muda ko ay mong QI sa mong actual, nananay something wrong sa imong solutions. 0.166 divided by 0.171. The answer is 0.971. Your final answer. Okay? Okay, nakasabot mo. Then,
Okay, ma'am.
walang itiwason. So, another is this one. This is an example of a gate, sluice gate. So, we have here sluice gate in a rectangular or sluice gate or sluiceway in an irrigation canal. So, sa sluiceway nimo, nakay pulo ka gate that is 10 by 600 mm by 900. So, that is the gate. So, again, sa akong analysis ani, more or less, kung ini ang imuhang kuan, you have there is sluice gate, as sluiceway, so pulo na kabuok. Diya, no? So, diha gagawas ng mga tubig. Pulo na siya kabuok. Then, yung elevation is 30.5. Then, the elevation downstream is 29.75. So, ang coefficient of discharge is 0.85. Then, the area of the sluiceway is 16. So, ang sluiceway na sa taas. Ang downstream, kanal na siya. So, naana siya sa taas ang imuhang more on kung dam, no, na siya sluiceway. Basta, mauna siya imagination na to. Then, ang area sa imong sluiceway is 16 meters squared. So, you have to find Q. So, again, neglecting head losses. So, pwede ninyo inyo lang ning i-apply ang inyong formula sa gate. Naaman ta dito i-derive na formula, pero para na ako, ayaw ra mo memorize. Gamitan niyo ang Bernoulli's equation. So, mauna siya. Akong gamit ang Bernoulli's equation. So, we derive V2I is equal to 2G Y1 minus Y2. So, maura dyan po ni diri sa imuhang derivation. Galing lang, ang gigamit lang diri is D. Okay, that is okay. Now, neglecting velocity of approach. Y ra ko ang depth. Okay, neglecting velocity of approach. So, nadirive dyan po ang formula. Then, we have here CV. So, CV is, ang actual velocity is CV times V2I. Ang area is CC or coefficient of contraction times the area of the opening. So, kanang mga opening like that, pwede na siya area of the opening like sa gate, sa orifice. Okay, so I have here for the Q2. So, we have Q2 is equal to A2 V2. So, this is actual. Actual na siya. Then, ang A2, actual A2 is CCAO, CV2I. So, ayaw kayo mo confuse nga kay katong ganiha ang A2 na ko, the A2 of the truth. Kaning is the A2, that is the actual A2. Okay, that is the actual A2. Kato dito ganiha akang A2 tungod sa truth. No? Okay, so then we have Q2 neglecting velocity, that is 17.607. If we consider velocity of approach, mao man ay gi-derive ganyan formula, pwede ra po dili mo gamit og derived formula, Bernoulli's equation na pod mo. Okay ra pod. Okay, ang gi-compute aning nga V2I class is one slowest way. Ang usa ra ang gi-compute kay pulo man to ka buo. So mo nang 0.54 lang ang area 2. Pero pag abot diri sa discharge, gi-applyan siya og 10 kay pulo man kabuok ang imong slowest way. So pulo imong slowest way, dahil mo po iyahang velocity at ideal flow. So the answer is 17.616. So my question now is, what if I will ask you, kay although inyo nang gipangita nun ang inyong solution, pero akong question di ay is, what will be the increase of that discharge if you consider the velocity of approach of the gate? So, kung sa'y answer ninyo class, mutana ko, the increase of the discharge. What is the discharge? That is 17.607. Padulong siya og 17.616. Pila iyang discharge kaha class? Increase. Ipalihog lang kong screenshot. Pila increase sa discharge kaha? Kay sometimes I will ask the percentage decrease, percentage increase, ana. Wala pa ko pangutana ninyo, pero maybe baka pangutana niya ako ninyo. Okay, naman na ninyo og screenshot. Okay, I'm sure dili tanan kabalo mo compute o percentage increase. What will be the percentage increase? Okay, again, mana screenshot, then that one. So that is 17.67. That is neglecting the velocity approach. Then, padulong ka o considering okay, that is 17.616. Okay, what is the answer? Pa mo kabalo? 0.9%. How about the others? Gikan siya o 17.607. Ni-increase siya o 17.616. What is the percentage increase?
99.95, ma'am.
Okay, that is wrong. Again, another. Okay. Answer mo kay para inintas na apa ko.
0.005, ma'am.
Okay, that is 0.005. 1%. Okay, when you determine the percentage increase, that is the final Q minus the initial Q divided by the initial Q times 100%. You can say 17.616, that is final divided by initial 17.607. Your answer there is 1.00 something. The one mean, that is the 100%, which is 17.607. Ang diferensya ng 17.607 o 17.666 mo ng 0.00511. So, inyo pao ng 0.00511. Mo na siya multiplyan og 100. So, the percentage increase is only 0.0511. Pareha rasad ng mingon mo class nga. Kung ipalit ka aning t-shirt, 50 pesos, sunod adlaw, nahimo siya og 100 pesos. So, may percentage increase anak class.
100, ma'am.
O, kana ra inyo ang hunahon. Yun sa man po ang 100. So, 100 minus 50 divided by 50 times 100. Diba? Nakuha ninyo?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
O, sige. So, mama na ninyong screenshots. And good luck for the exam next Friday. Okay? Sige, bye-bye. Amping mo.
This Friday.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Masaya mo pa na.